Hey guys, welcome back. Let me adjust my little microphone here. Just wanted to welcome you guys back. Thank you for coming back. And, I'm still working on the characters, so I just want you to be a little patient with me. And in the meanwhile, I think we should work on hands today. So a lot of artists have like little areas that they have little problems with from time to time. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and work on it and, perfect it, because it takes time. It takes, doing it every day. And that's the only way we can become better, is to work on it every day. So I started out doing, I think today I'll work on maybe 2, 4, 6, maybe six different hand gestures or whatever. First we're going to start working on the fist. And the fist, I tend to use like a combination of like circles, cylinders, or rectangles, sometimes trapezoids or quadrilaterals. So a combination of shapes just to kind of put together, either a fist or some kind of hand or whatever. Sometimes I start out with a circle, sometimes I start out with a quadrilateral or trapezoid or whatever. But I just look at what I'm drawing and I just break it down to its minimalist basic shape, and I just go from there. Sometimes I use my hand as a reference, use my, even when I'm drawing like superheroes, drawing like a body, I'll use my body, because I try to stay in shape. I'm not, The Rock or anything like that, but I tend to just use my body as reference, and I try to stay in good shape, best as I can. So when it comes to like the hands, definitely, I reference my own hands. It's a little difficult in areas, but I do my best to try to look at either reference material or just use myself. And then I also look at the type of thing that I'm drawing, and and sometimes I get suggestions, from other people, and I say, hey, take a look at this. Does this look right? Another artist or whatever, So yeah, just use what you have in front of you, or, a friend, anybody, or, if you have some good reference material, books help as well, but basically I just break it down in shapes, man. I know it sounds easy just to say, but once you take a look at something, and I think you can kind of understand where I'm coming from, because everything in my brain has a certain type of shape, so if you can look at something and break it down to its most basic kind of shape, I think you can kind of figure it out from there. Just make the shapes first, and then just take your time, sketch it out. If it doesn't look right, erase it, and start back over, and try it again, So there was one type of drawing that I never actually tried before, which was a position or a pose where you're actually eating. I never did an eating position before, so I was like, hey, what the heck? Let me go ahead and try it. So basically you have like a fork and knife, or a fork and butter knife or whatever, and I was like, well, I looked at the position that you would eat, the hand positions that you would use to eat and hold your fork and whatnot. And I was like, well, you have it like this, then I would probably need like a mirror, but I didn't have a mirror at the time. So I looked at some reference material, and I also looked at myself, at how I held the different utensils, and that helped me to correct some mistakes that I thought didn't look right, or I didn't really understand fully as I was drawing it. So yeah, here again, using reference material, using myself, breaking everything down into shapes. Now I do have a longer version, because this took like a little over an hour, to do all these hand poses and stuff. Now you can go to Frank Brock on my Twitch channel, and you can see like the long version of me just kind of breaking it down or whatever. I'm pretty much repeating pretty much the stuff I said on Twitch or whatever, but I want to do a sped up version, because this is like over an hour, like I said, and I don't, for people that have a short attention span, that's just, for those who want to just get to the nitty gritty, boom, here it is right here. So yeah, so basically there were some areas that I, kind of had to rework a little bit, but I think it turned out fairly decent. Let me know what you think. If I screwed up on something or something didn't look right or whatever, hey, I can go back and correct it. Or, some people are better than others at things. I started out when I went to college or going to SCAD. One thing I really enjoyed was life drawing. And then they brought in like the nude models and all that stuff. Me as a kid, and I never experienced anything like that, but it was a great experience, and I think I did. I think I always did, because I was like at the time in the mode, and most of my drawings turned out really great because I was really hyped up and ready to, sketch. And there's some days it wasn't all that great, but for the most part, most of my life drawing classes went very well, and I enjoyed them a lot. So just the opportunity to do this again kind of takes me back to my college days and when I did life drawing. And I always thought that was a really cool experience. I wish I can do something like that on on Twitch, where I have like a model. Would be cool to have a nude model, but hey, it's YouTube. Hey, one thing about YouTube, man, when it comes to nudity, they allow some things, and then there's some things they don't allow. I was like, because me and my wife was looking at, this is like a little side conversation here, getting off topic. Well, it's still on topic, but me and my wife was looking at a person getting waxed or whatever, and I was like, I guess I didn't know guys get waxed too. So we looked at a video, and on YouTube they showed the guys, penis and everything. Well, yeah, they showed the guy's penis. There was another video where they kind of covered it up a little bit, not blurred, but just with a towel or whatever. But the guy, he was getting waxed. He got his butt waxed and all that stuff. I was like, okay, if they allow this, why they can't allow certain other nudity parts and, stuff like that. So I don't know. YouTube is kind of crazy. But I was like, well, it'd be cool if I can do like a nude model or whatever, and we can draw like a nude model or whatever. But I don't know if that goes over with the wife, but she's an artist as well. She's understand, I'm bringing the guy, bringing the girl, whatever, bring them both in, but that'd be kind of cool. But that's like later on down the line, once I get like maybe like 500 or 1,000 subscribers or something like that. Maybe I can finagle something, whatever, blur something areas, and then everybody can, they can tune in live for a group sketch or whatever. That'll be kind of cool. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the hands, and like I said, take your time. For all you beginners out there, break it down into shapes. You can figure it out using books, using your own self as reference, and get suggestions from other artists as well. And it takes time, but still, a lot of comic book artists, they still have problems. I think Todd McFarlane had problems drawing feet or something like that. I think other artists had problems drawing hands, but I can't think of the artist. But you know, everybody got their little problem areas or whatever. But you know, with practice, you know, you can figure it out. So thank you for checking out this video. I will have some more comic illustrations coming soon. I'm gonna work on some stuff this weekend, so I've been doing that, plus, you know, freelancing, and also the rebrand. You know, it's not going to be a big extravaganza, nothing crazy. It's still gonna, color scheme's still gonna be the same, blah blah blah, you know, but I gotta like spruce up my website or whatever. So, but anyway, all that stuff takes time, man. I'm only one person. So on your way out, guys, like, subscribe, stay tuned for more, and I'm gonna catch you later. Peace out, guys.